Boy, do I have some good news for you.
Computer talk?
It's time for another section of Will's Computer Talk.
The last 4 times you've said this, you actually haven't had anything to say.
I do have something to say. I do. This is actually something I just thought about while we were getting ready to record. It's some news I saw the other day ago. We're talking about the 5080. Whoa!
Happy birthday.
Do you know what that is?
No. Don't know what any of this stuff is.
It's a graphics card. You know what a graphics card is?
I'm familiar with the graphics card.
Well, as you know, NVIDIA just did their launch of the new 50 series graphics cards. It's their new top of the line, not top, well, some of it's top of the line. The 5090 is like the top of the line, the newest generation of graphics cards, let's say. And there's like the 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. And so we're talking about the 5080.
Okay.
The 5080 has 16 gigabytes of VRAM in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, while they were still developing the 5080, they actually considered going up to 24 gigabytes of VRAM. And now everybody's really mad now that they've learned that they were robbed of an extra 8 gigabytes of VRAM.
Oh.
Because for how much they're charging for the 5080, they could have totally given us the extra 8 gigabytes of VRAM. But no, they are lame and they capped it at 16.
Unfortunate. Is there a
I'm
revolt?
just saying.
Has anyone died yet?
At least 70 people.
Okay. What sounds like progress is being made.
NVIDIA was it was kind of like it was really lame. I feel like NVIDIA could have done a lot more to make the 50 series launch more interesting. Besides, making the cards actually work.
Got it.
There's been a surprising amount of problems with the new 50 series graphics cards, and I don't know if that's on NVIDIA's problem or if it's like the manufacturers. I'm not really sure, but it's been a big enough issue that even I've heard about it.
Find someone with scanner access who can open the front door.
You don't care at all, do you?
No. I lost interest.
Hiding out somewhere in the lab.
Okay.
Maybe with the both of us.
I'm starting to wonder why I even bothered doing Will's Computer Talk. It never seems like you care.
What, do you do it for me or do you do it for yourself? Because that matters.
I both, I guess. I thought it could be something we could share. We never do anything together.
I'm not building I don't build computers. I don't, this isn't my life. I play Black Mesa.
Sure. But what do you do when you finish Black Mesa?
I move on to Kingdom Hearts. That was the deal.
God, we gotta finish Black Mesa. Forget Computer Talk. I'll bring Computer Talk back for Kingdom Hearts.
I wonder how much of that I'll even leave in.
That uninteresting, huh?
I don't know. I was trying to just figure out where to go. That was what was on my mind.
You tricked me. You let me waste my computer talk while you ran around in circles. So you're saying I probably shouldn't finish the rest of my segment on the 5080.
Dude, it's up to you. What do you think is important?
I'll love you if you insist. So apparently back like 6 months ago, it was actually rumored that the 5080 was going to launch with 24 gigabytes of VRAM. And this is actually really similar to something that happened with the 4080, according to this Reddit thread I found.
24 VRAM, like a lot?
It is a lot, but you have to understand though, games are like getting kind of crazy.
I guess. Is RAM the problem though?
Different games require different things. I think it's like an optimization thing.
Okay. Like
to run like these new games at like that maximum settings, you need some pretty good equipment. Like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, like its medium recommended settings are totally feasible. Like if you want 60 FPS, 1080p, you don't need anything crazy. You need like a mid-level CPU. You only need like a graphics card like a 2070. For reference, I have a 4060. So that's like, and you need 16 gigabytes of regular RAM. Not that crazy, but if you want to run that on the highest settings,
it's just kind of a lot though. I feel
well,
like if the game needs higher than like 16, I think kind of makes sense, but like 24 gigabytes of
that's
RAM?
VRAM. It's DRAM. It's different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It like again, I'm gonna use Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as the example here. Still 16 gigabytes of RAM. That hasn't changed. But like the parts requirements are different. Like you need a pretty decent beefy CPU to play on 60 FPS. I 2160p. Is that 4K? I thought 4K was a different number. So I'm just gonna say 4K. It's probably close enough. You need like a Ryzen 7 5700X or an i7 10700. Now that you know what that means. Or you need a 4080. Like my PC, which I just bought, I spent well over $1,000 to get. I couldn't play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at the maximum settings because you need a 4080. I only have a 4060.
Okay.
Modern games, their PC requirements are going absolutely crazy. That's why people wanted more VRAM in their 4080. For how much they're spending, I think a 4080 is like at least like $800.
Yeah. I'm
it's
really
well,
trying
4080
super
or
hard to pay
5080.
attention to you and play the game.
I pay attention to you when I play games.
I know, but this is Half-Life, so it's hard. This is the hardest game I'll be playing on this channel for a long time, I think.
It's okay. At least
And I
the
plan on
comments
playing
will pay
Dark
attention.
Souls. And I think I'll have a better time doing that.
Jesus.
Well, I'm just so used to Dark Souls, but this one, like, this is hard. I would say this is
you
one
have
of the
died
hardest
a
games
lot.
I've ever beaten. I have,
Say that
yeah.
again?
I would say this is one of the hardest games I've ever beaten.
I'm willing to believe that, given how many
Uh-oh.
times you've died.
Oh yeah, really hard. Oh, these guys are crazy though. Oh, I didn't know they die that quick. You're on my team, right? No, you're not.
Oh, wow.
He threw out a grenade. Whoa. Okay.
So anyway, back to Will's computer talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm almost done, I swear. Again, I'm going back to the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth thing for a second. For those ultra settings, they recommend that you have at least 16 gigabytes of VRAM, or like GPU RAM,
Yeah.
which is what the 5080 comes with. But if the brand new game that just came out requires the max on the new GPU, what's it going to be like in 2 or 3 years?
Which I would hope video games, they have this problem where in video games where I love this room, just like
Jesus.
Saws. I know, it's crazy.
Wrong.
And it's crazy. I love the Saw movies. Back to that. Anyway, I was saying there back when we were young, video games came out on the Game Boy Advance and the PlayStation 2, and when those games came out, they had to be done at release. Like they can't update that. So at the time, plus they had to like fit on a disc or like a cartridge.
Yeah.
So they were like limited. So it's never like, are you out of space on your Game Boy Advance? It's like, oh, do you own the game? That's all that it took. And then if you had the console for it, then it ran just fine. That was never a problem. But now, it's like games come at like almost 200 gigabytes sometimes, which is crazy.
I know.
And
On the
it's like, do
record,
you even
a
have the
PlayStation
specs
2
for it?
disc,
Yeah.
a PlayStation 2 disc, normal one is only 4.7 gigabytes. If you got a dual layer, you get 8.5. That's it.
Yeah, and they had, and game makers had to like work with that. They couldn't
Yeah.
do they couldn't make more. Sometimes it was the gravity gun.
Nowadays, so it's insane.
Yeah,
That's
now
the
you
one
have to
thing
have
I'll
the
give
specs, you have to have
Nintendo.
the room for it, and they don't like focus hard on like making the game not huge, because like some people can run it, and it's just kind of, I guess it's just kind of like limiting on who can play your games nowadays.
It's
Dude, the fact that like the Kingdom Hearts games were all on just one disc was crazy.
yeah. I have the PS4 collection. I think it's all on the all-in-one collection. I think it's all on one disc.
Oh,
Well, to be fair though,
Really?
it is like all like PS2 games.
I mean, yeah, but they're remastered.
True.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
I don't
but-
know what I don't know what like PS4 discs can hold. I don't know. Actually, PS4 discs didn't hold storage. They just held the key to say you owned the game, right?
I think so. Or no, I think it like no.
I don't think the Kingdom
the
Hearts
game is on
Complete
there
is
because
on.
it copies it from the disc.
Oh.
Because like if it was just the key, then you would have to have an internet connection to download it.
Oh, there was no internet download then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then I guess so.
Let's see. A PS4 disc size. If it's a dual layer disc, it holds up to 50 gigabytes.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that
Yeah, it's
could
pretty good.
hold it, I think.
Oh, 100%.
Kingdom
Let's see, what's the PS5 disc?
No, I don't know. I don't.
PS5 is up to 100 gigabytes per disc.
I don't. Do they hold the games though? I thought they were just the keys to the games, and then you had to download
No, because
them.
no, because what if you don't have an internet connection?
Yeah, I
you
guess.
just-
I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause- yeah.
Why did I think that?
No,
Someone told me
I
that.
don't
I
know.
thought. You know
'Cause
what?
I think it would just
I
be
do like
way
this
too
area
big.
of the game. I think it's fun. I'm having fun.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been barely paying attention.
That's fine. Sometimes
I
I
mean, this is
don't.
the first time I got you to kind of engage. Well, not the first time, but like you were kind of engaged in computer talk. So
I
was
really tried.
enjoying it.
I think you can hear it in my voice and my be paying attention is that I really tried to listen this time, and I feel like I listened
appreciate it.
pretty well.
You did. You actually like engaged in the conversation.
You're
And you
welcome.
don't know how much that means to me because I love computer talk.
I
Like
said, you
favorite
know,
section on this channel.
it's because earlier you're like, you know, all you do is complain, and I was thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, I do complain a lot. So that's a Vorticon.
okay.
He's my friend. I love the Vorticon.
kinda
What am
hot.
I- Okay.
Did I say that out loud?
Oh, so there are these beams, and I have to activate them, and they all shoot.
Oh, I did see you doing that with
Yeah,
beans.
They all go to this. There's a big one. There's a big beam somewhere, and I have to turn it on by turning on every other beam. And I missed one beam, but I couldn't find it.
Is there not like a path you can follow to get to the last beam?
I mean, probably.
Like, cause like it goes through like those disc things, right? So it's like.
Oh, wait. This is different. Auxiliaries. Oh, I think I have to
Well, they're all,
plug it in or something. I have to.
well, they're all lit up.
Okay, these
right?
are
I'm so
them,
confused.
and then
Yeah, so they're done.
I have to do something. Oh, it's ready. It's on.
Oh, this feels like this has happened multiple times now, where you've done what you needed to do, but you couldn't figure out that there was a button you need to press.
No.
Because all the buttons just look like
No,
a
it's
like a
because there's
flat
a red,
texture.
and I thought this was the paneling was the same as these, so I'm like, there's another one.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that's like kind of something I don't notice that thing. I feel like that's like they could make it a bit more obvious what you're supposed to do.
This was like 1999. This game was made.
I mean, I get that, but I feel like that's not necessarily
Back then
an
they weren't the
excuse because this
most obvious.
This isn't the original. This is the remake.
That's also true. They did make it easier to go through. Like some sections were shortened or just like reformatted in a way where it's much nicer. But I mean, overall it's better, and I think it's easier, but it's still not. It's still like 2000s game design, or like in the late 90s, where it's not the most obvious. It's just kind of walk around until you figure it out.
And I don't know. I just think there are other games from that time I feel like that have just aged better.
Oh, sure. Well, no, this game's great. It's just not the best at every moment.
Yeah, I guess. As someone who's just watching it, it's easier to notice the bad parts, I guess.
Right, you did
Because
say
like
you
you're
weren't
not
paying
playing through the
attention.
good part. Well, I haven't paying attention. Like I watch the good parts and I think, oh, that looks fun. But when I watch the parts where you don't know what to do, I also don't know what to do. So I feel the frustration of being confused, for lack of a better word.
Here's the thing,
But I
though,
don't
is that
necessarily get, like the
I get
adrenaline
lost.
of the fun parts.
I get lost in video games fairly easily, so it's not necessarily the game's fault. It can be my fault
I guess
as well.
it's. Oh, hey, it's that room you like.
Yay! It's my favorite room.
I guess it's just one of those things where it's like I
button.
would need to actually play it myself to have a solid opinion of Half-Life.
Yeah, I love Half-Life. All of them. Maybe not all of them. The side
I was about to
stories.
say, how many of them are there?
There's Half-Life, then there's there are the 2 spin-offs you can play on Steam. Those were not remade, so
I didn't
Right, folks?
I didn't know that. I only knew Half-Life 2 or Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2
episode 1
2.
and episode 2, which are like, I think they're like 2 or 3 hours each, so they're not long.
Do I have both of them? I just got Half-Life 2. Is that only episode 1 or is it both?
It usually comes in a big pack.
Okay, I'm gonna assume I got both.
I don't
And
know.
then I know there's like Half-Life.
Alex, which I
think.
don't really care for because it's written very differently, so it doesn't feel the same.